Good morning folks,
and welcome to Tech TV. I don't know what you would call us, but I think we'll go down under the name of Hoof Trimmers. Hi folks, welcome to Tech TV. Tom here. Doing a wee hair trim here. And by the way, just before I forget, I have a few wrinkles, and it's not the wife's fault. It is working with Gareth. Gareth asked you all to guess what age I was. I'm 57, but I have the intellect of a 29-and-a-half-year-old. I can't just seem to cross 30. I've been 25 and a half, or 29 and a half, sorry, for quite a number of years. But there you are. It's all in your head. How you think, how you see the thing. So, we'll have a trim here, and it's a routine trim, but I just decided to wash these off. Quite long and quite rough and rugged, so I'll take you through the trim. She is slightly lame, but I don't know if it's here or where it is, but we will check it out. You can see these rough edges here, which is quite uncomfortable to walk on. Just maybe a wee touch of derm there, but just overall her foot seems to be quite long. So we make a start on the trim on our wee shortener. So with the toe shortened, we'll begin to clean out these cracks here that are slightly, would be uncomfortable to walk on. You know, when you think your foot's up now, we're looking at, but when you turn it and put it on the ground and the weight's transferred from here on up into the cow's body, this is where it's about, making the cow comfortable and making all of the foot do what it's meant to do naturally. There's a little bit of bruise in there, but I don't think that's possibly her issue. I do love these knives. They're super sharp. In fact, sometimes I believe that these knives are sharper than I am. As I used to say, whenever I got a smartphone first, it was awkward whenever your phone was smarter than you were. So we're going to reduce this, bring down balance. As you shorten your toes, it indicates whenever you reduce toe length that you have a thicker claw. So we want to bring that down and reduce the weight. So already you can see that the foot's gaining the shape of a foot that it should be naturally. So, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to pressure test this just for, I'm putting on quite a bit of pressure on that. It's a little bit of bruising. It's not giving her any, she's not yielding in any way. But just to be on the safe side, check out the medial claw. It's also taking weight, and she's not yielding or responding in any way or level of pain. So just give this a model out, and you can see where this it hemorrhages into the horn. So it's coming across the knife, so it's not actually protruding through at this stage, which is good to catch this in time. Very, very satisfying from a hoof trimmer's perspective, and I'm sure the little cow's pretty happy with it too. So as you can see, we have taken, practically have just stabilized medial claw, and we want to give it the full height that it has. We've shortened the toes, we've reduced the thickness. You can see that that's very balanced. I'm just going to take a wee quick peep at it, drop the paddle, and yeah, that's lovely. So now she's using the whole foot. This bruising that is taking place here will not, that will stop because it's now been rested. So I'll just trim out, there's a little ledge here, just trim that out. Now, she seems to be grand on that, but as I say, she was nursing it a little bit coming into the crush, so, and I don't think it's this. It's just a little scab of just where she may have had a touch of dermatitis, and it's nice and clean. It's not an issue. So just take a wee pin right at the tip. And just look in there. I don't know if the lighter, can you see a slight little redness in it there? I'm gonna just give her a wee touch on that. She's responding to that there. It might be that visible, but they're actually in. You can see I'm in pretty close there. It's maybe hard to see it there, but it's so easy to miss this. I could quite easily have dropped that foot and said it's fine. So again, you have the little area that's bruised, it's modelled out. We've taken the pressure off it, we're going to make this work. And all told, so that is just a little tiny spot of dermatitis in there. And get our salicylic acid drop on it. So it is amazing just the small things that you can potentially miss. This is fine, her foot's fine, she's not reacting to any pressure testing, and what is sitting in here quite quietly is a little spot of dermatitis which is playing up and causing her discomfort. And it's like ourselves, you know, if you have a long nail or a long toenail or you have tight shoes on you or whatever, it's all a discomfort. So this little cow, this is, when I say a little cow, she's actually quite a heavy cow, big strong cow. So I prepare my wrap. So I'm just going to put a little salicylic acid just on the front of the wrap, just there to catch it at the front. And now I'm opening the claw, bringing the wrap up, letting it sit there, and filling the interdigital space with some salicylic acid powder. And I'm indoors today and it's not a problem, so I'm just going to push that up in there, that it's in contact with a little spot of dermatitis, and that'll be on for a number of days. The farmer will have a record of it. He has a little bandage ripper which he pushes in here, and the blade is on the front, on the back of it, and as he pushes it in it's blunt, and then he pulls it towards him and it takes off the wrap. So again, that's nice and comfortable. A complete transformation from what it was. I'm happy to have that sorted. I'll just go over to the other foot to give you a little close-up of it. It's also overgrown and just a little scab. You can see just how clean it is up in there. Just a little bit of hoof trimming there from the other foot. But you can just see how, you can see it there, how clean that skin is, and just how easily this here could have been missed. So there we have again, carrying some weight, very rough here, rough rugged edges. Again, as I said before, when the cow's foot goes to the ground, that's what's taking the weight and that's passing up through her leg. So these toes are not just as long, so I'm just going to trim this out and reduce the jagged edges. Slip in my tip again. So again, it's lovely to get to this point where you have a nice healthy foot, no corium protruding or nothing hurting the cow. As I say, she just has that little scab there from previous dermatitis, and I've just stabilized the medial claw. Yeah, it's nice and level. It's just take that little edge there, just to have everything clear for any slurry and manure and whatever's passing through. There's a little sensitive area up in there, easy wee gear. So actually it's just on up in the bulbs here, and it's just on up in the interdigital space. So again, this might explain why this cow was showing the discomfort that she was. So I'll also wrap it, and it's as easy to take off 2 wraps as 1 wrap. That's lovely clean cotton, just that is slightly irritated. And I was just admiring how clean it was up there, but actually on up in this little sack in contact with it, and after a few days this can also be removed, and we have a very comfortable little cow. As I say, maybe not so little, but so there you are, the 2 feet, or 2 back feet. As you recall, when they come in, they were looking pretty gruesome, pretty rough. Now they're wrapped, trimmed, wrapped, and this little cow will go off a lot more comfortable. I just have our front foot trim. So dew claws are fine. Dew claws in the 2 back feet were fine. So if you can see here, you can see what's going on here. This is the medial claw on the front, and it is really working hard, and it's quite rough on that. So I'm hoping it's fairly healthy and decent. I'm just going to trim it off. Hopefully I won't get in the way, but to start off I'll bring my little paddle, or my little table, support table. I'm just cleaning out these cracks as a precaution to make sure there's nothing. It's a wee bit of loose skin up here, but I don't think it is amounting to anything. But you can clearly see the width in this claw and the size of this claw. So this claw is really working, and this claw, the lateral claw at the front, is having a good time. So that all is clean enough. That's not an issue there, which I initially thought was, which is great. That's your typical routine trim that catches this. You just remove, easy pat, easy. And it's lovely to be treating the likes of this where there's no pain involved. You can see the bruising, you see that there just as I shave it off with a knife. So as that bruising would be coming, you see this dry horn here, this is like dehydrated horn. You get this where you have overgrowth. So I'm going to introduce the grinder now and reduce the toe length. You can see clearly there the discrepancy with this toe is measured there, it's fine. This has got, because this is working hard, it's getting pressurized and it's taking weight, and it's growing more horn because it's taking weight, and it's just a cycle. So we'll tidy this up now. Model it out. Relieve the pressure off that bruised area. We're leaving this to bring balance. Nicely balanced across there. We'll let her out now and we'll see what's happening. Get grinders around here. I'm on my own again today, so I hope I give none of you seasickness by moving this camera about. I'm using these leg clamps from KVK. They're actually very, very good. They're working great, just on a trial basis. And this is this other little wrap foot. And the beauty of them is they don't actually squeeze the cow's foot. And the plan is that whenever you let them down, the cow's foot falls out of them, which also adds, when you're on your own, to a bit of speed. So this little cow number, forgot to put her in there. She's 22, 22, 22, 22. What we have here is we record everything, so I want to record the wraps. So on the back left, you had a wrap for some dermatitis, level 2. Back right, alright, that's right, that's left. Also wrapped, and she had dermatitis in between, if you remember the little red spot, and it's level 2. So that's recorded that she's 2 wraps, and that's that cow done, and we're ready for the next cow. So we'll just let her out, number 22. Open this gate here. She was walking about on 2 very uncomfortable feet, and I think now just watch her walking away there. She's just actually so comfortable. There's 22 walking away, quite happy stepping it out, and that there will make a big difference to that in the car. So folks, thanks for watching. Just a regular trim up, but with a wee twist where it could easily be missed. So if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I really appreciate all of your comments, all of your support. Thank you. Bye for now.